Welcome to today's UnifiedAR platform demonstration. In this demonstration, we're going to take a look at UnifiedAR's partner functionality. We will also set up a campaign, test it, and view reporting in real time. With that being said, let's get started. Here we can see a UnifiedAR rebranded partner account. The account has been white-labeled as Interprint. We can see the logo up to the top left, and also that the URL has been changed to reflect Interprint. This is important, because this URL flows back down through the WebAR QR codes for all campaigns built within this account. From this screen, we can see the Interprint partner dashboard. Working from the top down, we can also see a date range picker. This date range picker is used for selecting the date range for reporting that can be viewed on both the dashboard and also through all campaigns within the account. Next, we see the accounts overview. All partner accounts have multi-tiered account functionality. The partner administration account sits at the top of the structure, with all customer accounts below that. From the accounts overview, we can see that there are 2 business accounts within this account structure, and a total of 17 campaigns running across all accounts. We can also see the top 6 campaigns running across all accounts within the account structure. And, if we scroll down just a little further, we can also see the top 6 campaigns, for this account, being the partner admin account. UnifiedAR partner accounts have access to unlimited customer demonstration campaigns, and they also have unlimited self-promotion campaigns covered under their partner license. So these top 6 campaigns in this account refer to either customer demonstration campaigns or the partner's own self-promotion campaigns. Down a little further, we can see an overview on campaign performance comparisons between the cumulative QR code scans versus content views and also calls to action. And, a little bit further down, we can also see a heat map of where these campaigns are being viewed from regionally. In this map here we can see that there are views from Australia, the USA, and Europe. Moving back up to the top, on the left-hand side we'll now go into the demo campaign area. The purpose of the demo campaign area is for partners to create examples to demonstrate AR to customers, as well as for use in their own self-promotion campaigns, enabling them to include AR in their own marketing. First up on the demo campaign page, we have a campaign overview. In this overview we can see that we have 14 active campaigns and 1 deleted campaign, and if we scroll down a little, here are the active campaigns. From the active campaign overview we can see that within the activity there has been content views, yesterday, a few days ago, and some back as far as 35 days ago. For this demonstration, let's log into the Helicopter 360-degree video campaign and have a look at the reporting. To do this, we click on the Access Campaign Reporting button. And we're now in the Helicopter 360-degree campaign report. For the date range above, we can see that there has been 8 total scans, 2 on iOS and 6 on Android. Moving down a little further, we see the scan volumes along the designated date range, and a little further again, we see that there's been 8 total QR code scans, 5 of them being unique, and 8 content views, with 7 calls to action. On the right-hand side, we see that there has been 2 LinkedIn calls to action taken, 1 Instagram and 1 Facebook. These calls to action shown on the right-hand side are secondary calls to action, and the icons shown here sit in the footer of the WebAR browser. We'll take a look at these a little later as we build a test campaign. Down a little further, there's also a heat map showing where the campaigns are being viewed from, and, a little further again, here's the individual scan data. From this we see that on the 23rd of the 11th there was a scan. It was scanned from a device with location tracking restricted, and the engagement duration was 8 seconds. Here's also the IP address the device was on, for that scan. This IP address could potentially be used for reverse IP appending and direct mail retargeting. The next scan down, also on the 23rd of the 11th, had a duration of 6 seconds. It was done on an Android device. And it was scanned at 1201 North Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware. For this scan, the viewer had location tracking enabled on their web browser, and as such we were able to pinpoint and report on their location using GPS tracking. This is a quick overview on how the standard reporting looks on a per-campaign basis. At this stage, it's also important to note that if this campaign had been run through the addressed mail functionality, which enables personalized QR codes and content to be created for every single recipient within the mail list, then we will have also been able to report on exactly who each of these scans belong to. Moving back up and over to the left side menu. We now go into Customers. From the Customers page, we can see an overview on the customer accounts. Here we see that there is 1 active account and 2 expired or deleted accounts. A little further down, we can see we have an active Bahama Escapes account. To log into that account, we simply come across and click on Log into Account. And we're now in the Bahama Escapes account. To go back to the main admin account, we click on Log Out, and we're now back at the admin account. Going back now into Customers. To create a new customer, it's as easy as clicking on Add New Customer. Fill in the customer's details, select the country of location, time zone, and add new customer. Now to users. Every account within the UnifiedAR platform can have as many users as is required to manage that account. For this administration account, we see that there are 3 users set up. There is Stephen, who is the account owner and has full platform access. There is Ken, who is a user and has access to add campaigns, edit campaigns, campaign calls to action, campaign video settings, and the dashboard. And there is also Ava, who has access to campaign reports and the dashboard. To add a new user, it's as simple again as clicking on Add New User, then adding their details, followed by the permissions being granted. Then click on Add New User. It's important to note that users that have been set up within the partner admin account will have the same permissions cascade to all customer accounts underneath the administration account. Users, on the other hand, that are set up in a customer account, get access to that customer account only. Next down, on the left-hand side is System Defaults. In the System Defaults, we can set up a default splash page for the partner admin account. So here we see that we already have an Interprint branded splash page set up as the default, and as such, this branded splash page will flow down to all campaigns that are set up in the Interprint admin account. However, it's also important to note that on a per-campaign basis, these splash pages can be changed to suit the campaign. We also see that as we go through the platform, there are specifications provided for each step that assets are required. For example, we see that this splash page must be 1000 pixels wide, 1334 high, and uploaded in a JPEG format. Also in the system defaults is the call to action. This allows us to set up and add a default branded call to action style on a per-account basis. Here we can see that we already have a nicely branded Interprint call to action that has been set up, and this will be the call to action style that is added by default to all campaigns in the Interprint partner admin account. Again, as per the system default splash pages, this branded call to action can be changed on a per-campaign basis if required. Next in the admin menu is the account settings. Within the account settings area is where the partner's account details are stored and managed. And for live partner accounts, there is also billing and invoices available from here as well. That's a quick overview of the partner administration area. What we are going to do next is go back into the customer area and set up a sample campaign, then test it and view the reporting. Going back now to customers. We come across and log into Bahama Escapes. And we're now in the Bahama Escapes account. We can see we've arrived at the Bahama Escapes dashboard, and on the left-hand side we then go into Campaigns. From the Campaigns area, we then click on Add New Campaign. And we then give the campaign a name. We're going to call this one Bahama Escapes Underwater Adventure. This campaign will be a 360-degree video campaign. However, before proceeding, let's take a look at the other campaign types that can be set up in the platform. It's worth mentioning here that UnifiedAR is in the process of introducing e-business cards as a campaign type. This will allow marketers to create nicely branded electronic business cards with a variety of interactive links, portfolio items, and download buttons that can be accessed from a QR code or URL in electronic marketing, or even from a printed business card. Firstly, dynamic QR codes. The dynamic QR codes functionality enables us to link a QR code through to a URL, to make a call, or to send an email. We then have video AR, which we'll look at shortly, and then 3D AR. 3D AR campaigns allow us to set up web or app-based campaigns. In this instance, we'll look at web AR. We then have 3D on marker and 3D markerless campaigns. The best way to remember the difference between 3D on marker and 3D markerless campaigns is that 3D markerless is placing large 3D items onto horizontal surfaces such as tables and the ground. For example, items like cars, furniture, and property floor plans. Whereas 3D on marker is more ideal for smaller 3D objects like shoes, handbags, medical devices, etc. The 3D on marker experience delivers the 3D item directly to the center of the screen, on the device that the item is being viewed on, allowing the user to manipulate the 3D item with their fingers, turning it around, sizing it in and out, looking at it from underneath, and so forth. We see that we also have the opportunity to save as draft. This is available for both video and 3D campaigns, and it allows the creator to save the campaign as a draft and access the QR code before finishing the campaign build. This is quite handy if, for example, we have a tight print deadline and we need to get the web AR QR code to go to print. Even if we don't have the assets complete for the campaign, we can save it as a draft, access the QR code, and then come back and complete the campaign build once we have all assets ready. Moving back now to video AR. We see from the AR type that we can again deliver it through either an app or web. For this example, we'll do web AR so that viewers don't need to download an app. We then see that we can deliver standard video, so simply a video or a video in a nicely branded frame. We can also do green or blue screen video, where the UnifiedAR platform automatically removes green or blue backgrounds of a certain color, resulting in a transparent video background. For example, we could have a green screen video of a real estate agent standing on top of a business card giving an elevator pitch, and the background of the video is automatically removed, making it look like they're standing on the card. Lastly, we can also do 360-degree video experiences, which is what we will be doing for this example. 360-degree video is a monoscopic or panoramic video that places the viewer in the center of the video. So when they launch the video, the viewer is immersed inside the video environment and can move their phone around, up and down, left and right, and look around as if they were a part of the video. With that said, we'll select 360-degree video, and then next. The next thing we're going to do is add the campaign image. To do this, we click on Choose File and upload the Bahama Escapes image to the campaign. The campaign image is basically the image that will create the tile within the campaign overview, allowing us to see easily at a glance which campaign is what. It can also serve another purpose, in that it can be the image within a piece of print that the video and 3D AR content attaches, or maps itself to. For example, if we wanted to have an interactive postcard that people could scan with their phones, and then literally see it come to life with AR. To do this, we would create an image from the postcard artwork using the section that we'd like to bring to life, and then upload this as the campaign image. Viewers would then scan the QR code, hold their phone over the postcard, and the content would launch on the section of artwork uploaded as the campaign image, bringing it to life. In this example though, the image will be for creating the tile within the campaign overview. Again, as we continue, we see the required specifications for the asset. And for this campaign, it will be a 360-degree panoramic MP4 video, under 50 meg. We then click on Choose File. We select the 360-degree underwater video and click on Next. We then arrive at the Splash and Compliance page. From here we see that this account already has a default splash page assigned to it. However, for this campaign we'd like to change that to one that we've designed specifically for this campaign. To do that, we click on Choose File and select the new splash page. Splash pages are required for any campaign that includes video content in it. The reason being is that Apple or iOS won't play video content unless the viewer first taps on the screen of their device. These custom or branded splash pages allow marketers to provide viewers with a consistent brand experience across all touchpoints of the AR or interactive print campaign. We then click on Next. And we're now at the call to action page. First of all, we'll turn on the primary call to action, and we can see here that we can have viewers make a phone call, send an email, or go to a URL. For this example, it will be go to a URL, and we'll trigger this to occur at a duration of 25 seconds. We could, however, have this happen on exit of the experience if we wanted to. We'll then paste in the URL that we're going to direct people to, so in this case, bahamaescapes.com, and then paste in the message for the call to action. Indulge yourself in a Bahamas escape today. We'll also change the call to action button name to read Book Now. Next up, we're going to rebrand the current primary call to action pop-up box. We can see from here that there is already a default call to action style set up for this account. However, we're going to change this now with a new call to action pop-up style that better reflects this specific campaign. We'll call this new style Bahama Escapes. For this call to action style, we're going to use Verdana as a font. We'll then leave the font color as black, and then change the pop-up box background to this color. We'll then round off the corners of the pop-up box to 20 pixels. Click on Choose File to upload the logo for the pop-up. We'll then resize the logo with this slider. And then we'll change the primary call to action button style to have rounded corners. Finally, we're going to change the primary call to action button color. And we'll then save and apply the new style. With the primary call to action and style now applied to the campaigns, we then move on to the secondary calls to action. As mentioned previously, the secondary calls to action are icons that sit within the footer of the web AR experience, and they allow viewers to click through to secondary goals and destinations, such as phone numbers, email addresses, and social media pages. The first one we're going to add is a Facebook call to action. And to do this, we'll paste in the Facebook URL. And then change the default icon with a Bahama Escapes branded Facebook icon. We'll also add an Instagram call to action. We paste in the URL, change the icon, and then click on Add Campaign. This campaign is now complete and uploading to Amazon Web Services. We'll let this run for a little while, usually 20 to 30 seconds, and then we can test the campaign and make modifications if required. How easy was that? We see now that this campaign has been successfully added to the platform. So we close this window. And we wait now for the processing of the campaign to complete so we can proceed with testing it. We've now received a system notification to say that the campaign is complete and ready for testing. We'll clear that notification. And we see that this campaign is now active. So it's at this stage now that we can test the campaign, and to do that, we come across to the download QR code button here, and we click on that. Here is where we can download the QR code for the web AR campaign we've just set up. And here's also the corresponding URL that is associated with that QR code. This URL could be used, for example, in digital marketing such as social media, email marketing, and text messaging, or even USPS-informed delivery interactive campaigns that deliver AR content. What we'll do now is pull out our phone, scan the QR code, and test the campaign. We click through from the QR code and arrive at the campaign loading page. Once the content has downloaded, we then see the branded splash page that we set up. We click on Start Your Experience, and we're now immersed in a Bahamas underwater experience. So if we move our phone around to the right, we see a turtle and a diver, and look up, and there's another diver, and then down towards the seabed. Then back around to the left, we can also see the secondary call to action buttons in the browser footer. Then back around to the right, and there's the primary call to action. We then click on Book Now, and we arrive at the Bahama Escapes website. Seamless, engaging, and interactive. We then close the campaign preview window and refresh the campaign's overview page, and we see in the overview that we've had one scan with one call to action for this campaign. Coming across now to the reporting. We click on Access Campaign Reporting. And here's the reporting for the Bahama Escapes Underwater Adventure campaign. From this page we can see that there's been one QR code scan from an Android device. Down a little, we see that this QR code scan resulted in a content view and a call to action. And if we come down a little bit further, here's a heat map of where that view took place. And a little bit further again, and we can see that on the 23rd of the 11th the Bahama Escapes Underwater Adventure was viewed for 29 seconds by an Android device. There was content view and there was also a call to action. This is the IP address that the device was on when the content was viewed, and here's the GPS location of where that content view took place. North Market Street, Wilmington, Delaware. And this is how campaign reporting works in the UnifiedAR platform. It's available immediately, in real time. Scrolling back up to the top, we'll go back now into the account dashboard. And we can see now that the scan that has just taken place is now reflected in the dashboard as well. So that is a quick demonstration of the UnifiedAR platform. Please feel free to contact us if you'd like to organize a personal one-on-one demo or a conversation about any potential opportunities. Thank you for your time today.